Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing, testing. Do I hear myself? I don't sound super loud, or do I? Let me shoot a gun. Oh yeah, that's loud enough. Okay. All right. Game Cookie US Rocks VR here. How you doing? Um, good morning, at least on the East Coast, and greetings from the United States of America. All right, so I have maybe, let's see what time it is again. I got a little under 2 hours to play, so the server's open. Um, come join. I think there's 8 spots total, so there's probably, let's see, we already have somebody in here. So there's 5 spots open. Because I think that counts the server, but I'm not totally sure about that. Now let me get out my my shotgun. Because I'm sure there's going to be some Utah coming my way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot to say today about, you know, much except for, you know, the powers that seem to have taken over the world, basically, because, you know, that's not being hyperbolic because, I mean, you see with the World Economic Forum, the you know, the religious groups coming together, and I think it's Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan, of one of those countries. You know, where they met with the Pope. You know, they're all trying to get us all under the banner of a what we call one world government. It may not be a one world government in the sense that the whole government like turns into just one country. I think this is the greatest misconception that people have that kind of used to shrug this off as that'll never happen. You don't need to make a one country. You just need to get all the leaders on board to agree to serve one power, right? Or one cause. And of course, this is the common good, right? They use that term, the common good, right? Because that sounds very virtuous. It sounds very humane, right? But the problem with that is that number one, humans will never solve all of humans' problems. Okay, that's never going to happen. It's never happened in history, even though many nations have tried it. Okay, this is not something that's like new. You know, this is not a new experiment. Um, because human nature will never change. right? Because anytime you try to make a utopia, everyone isn't equal, right? You still have the leaders of the group who want all the attention, who want all the praise, who want all the worship, so to speak. You know what I mean? They want the absolute power, right? To keep this utopia going. And that only lasts for so long until the other people are like, well, why is it that you get all the perks? Why is it that you get, all the exceptions? Why is it that you get the best food? You know, why is it that you get to go, um, have fun while, you know, I have to sit here and work or be bored or, I'm the one who's getting sexually abused, right? Because that's what happens in communist countries and socialist countries. You know what I mean? Because if you want any kind of like privilege at all as a common person, you are going to have to compromise your body, your inner morals. You know what I'm saying? Because when you give people power up top to do whatever they please, which is what they're doing now, this common good is like a fallacy, right? This is to keep you in your place, right? To take away your individuality and then have all the elites and the rich and the politicians and the religious leaders up top. Okay? And yes, I said religious leaders, right? I believe in God and, all that stuff, but religion is not going to save us. It never has. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty to God is what's going to save you. So this one world system that they want to put in place to implement everywhere, which is basically, you might as well, in simplicity, it's just like world socialism. I mean, but it's more sinister than that. I mean, look at Venezuela. Like, it's funny how the media just never talks about Venezuela, and then they still say that it was a success. Like, really? Huh. Wow. So you have half the country that's ostracized, literally. You have the communists over here, like committing all kinds of crime and corruption and everything else, and they can get away with it because they supported the government that's in power right now. You see what I'm saying? So you see that disparity there? And then they get the benefits. They get to do what they want. They can kill people if they don't like them, and the government doesn't help you because, oh, you're the dissenter. You understand? So this is how it becomes. I mean, we can start seeing it here in America, you know, where people, I mean, we saw it already, like especially during Trump's term, right? People were just walking up to people and punching them and hitting them and beating them up just because they were like, you know, um, well, in some cases the MAGA hat wearers, but even just the conservatives in general, you know. And then they attacked the pro-rights um, thing. You can look that up. It's early. I just woke up, so my brain's kind of still waking up. So, this whole the common good is not what you think it is. Having free health care, free school, and all that stuff, that all sounds great, but people aren't going to be happy. I mean, look at um, Europe. They've had plenty of polls over the past few years, and people are not happy. Even though Bernie and everybody else, Bernie Sanders and the media says, "Oh, Europe, they got it." Well, that's because they've implemented in a lot of cases what they want to do in the whole world. You know what I mean? And people are scared to talk. You know, you can't have open dialogue about things, otherwise you'll get canceled or fired. I mean, that's the kind of society that you want to live in. I mean, where your free speech is basically gone. You have to talk about what, you know, the the mainstream says you have to talk about. And you know, the whole climate change thing. I mean, you know, scientists may be interpreting that the way they want to interpret it, and I think a lot of them are doing it in they're lying about it. But that's my viewpoint based on, you know, things that I've read, because it's all speculation in the end. But again, Matthew 25, read Matthew 25, even if you're not religious, just type in Matthew 24 in Google and read it. The Bible predicted everything, you know, that the world is experiencing right now. So it's not because of human uh, caused climate change. It's just Bible prophecy coming to fruition. You know, Christians, you know, unfortunately, Christians have been misinformed for quite some time, believing things about that are not biblical. You know what I mean? And they kind of are getting caught off guard with this whole common good thing too, because they're kind of jumping on board because, you know, certain Marxist individuals, ah, individuals have infiltrated the churches. So they haven't been taught the right things either. Okay, I'm not doing very good, am I? Okay. Brain shot? Oh, that had to get him. Vertebrae shot? I'm kind of kneeling, so it's like wobbly. Hey, he doesn't really know where I am. 'Come on, how many shots he gonna take? There we go, finally. You gonna die yet? Making Swiss cheese out of this thing. Is there another one? Must have been just an echo. Where did it go? A 100,000 shots. 29. Wow. Okay. Trophy integrity is 0. Why? How come? You know, most people don't mind helping people, right? And most people are not prejudiced. Okay, I'm going to use that word. But when you're forced into doing something, that steamrolls your individuality. That steamrolls even your identity. Like, these lefty people, they talk about identity, 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 but yet, you and I can't have ours, right? So, and they're being led astray anyway. Most of these people, they don't know God, right? So, if you don't know God, you're going to be deceived. That's just it. That's the bottom line. If you don't know the Bible, you're going to be deceived. Now there are people that are non-Christians who are conservative and maybe not even conservative, just liberal, but they also cherish their freedom and you know all that stuff. It's not just conservatives, but again, if they don't have God, then where's your defense going to come from? You're going to be scared, right? If they say we're going to cut off your bank account, then where are you going to get your power from to resist that? Or you're not, you're going to cut off your food stamps. Again, where are you going to get that power to say, you know, eat or no eat, I'm standing up for my freedom. Now, again, there may be some people that can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there can't be, because obviously we fought the Revolutionary War, against England. So obviously, we can't say that everybody who fought in that war was, say, a Christian or believed in God. Although you could probably say the majority of people had a belief in God, right? Whether they were following him or not is another story. But so that still counts for something. You know what I mean? But when you have just a strictly secular attitude, you're going to be scared because the only thing that you have is this life and that's it. Whereas a Christian, they have the promise of eternal life. You know what I mean? Jesus is coming back again. You know, that's not, I know that's far fetched for people these days to think about, but that's not changing. The Bible prophecy has not faltered. It doesn't matter what scientists say or secular people say or the media says about God and the Bible. Bible prophecy has been spot on. It's right on track. The timetable is just moving right along. Of course, non-believers are not going to know that because they don't follow the scriptures. And I'm not claiming to be some righteous saint here. I have my struggles in life, you know what I mean? But but if you don't have Jesus, I don't see what kind of a defense you would have against the tyrannical powers. Because I mean, look at communism as a prime example. How many people sided with the communist parties in China and Russia, Vietnam? You know what I mean? And they all went through that same process as here that we're going through now. This change in society, this change in mentality. Except there they had to do it through like secret meetings or pamphlets. Here we got social media, right? That just accelerates everything. You know what I mean? It makes everything go very fast. The Bible says that, the events of the last days will be rapid ones. So what you would think would take many hundreds of years, a worldwide movement, right? You would think it'd take hundreds of years, but it's only going to take, you know, decades of counting, you know, because that's just how fast information moves now in the world, you know. And of course, we got planes and boats and all that stuff, to travel around quicker. So you just got to keep your eyes open, about what's going on with these religious groups, the papacy, the rhetoric, the talk that they have. It's these secular groups, leftist groups, because they're all in together. That they're not separate. Like the left keeps talking about like religion and all that stuff, but they are right there in the pockets of the Pope. I mean, it's like they're just totally duping everybody, kind of in your face kind of a deal, and people are so blind that they don't even see it. They're all on the same page. Come on, bird. What are you doing? Every other time they're like swooping down. Okay, here he comes now. He wants to do a sneak attack. So don't be fooled by this whole common good movement. I'm not saying that we should not do good for people. We should do good for people, but we shouldn't do it in a way that steps all over the rights of others. Because they say, "Oh, well, you have to be forced to do it because you're not going to do it otherwise." Well, that's not charity. You know what I mean? Charity is where you give from the bottom of your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what charity is. Charity isn't like, "Hey, you better give all your money to her or else." You know what I mean? Or we're going to take it from you and give it to her. That's called theft. You know? Everybody laughs when you say the government's stealing your money when they tax you to death. No, that's politicians who overstated their power, who abused their power, and are working for a different cause than what they were voted for. You know what I mean? That's why I said, all these politicians are basically in the same boat. They're at the same party, just wearing different shirts. That's all. I never thought otherwise. When I say, vote for a certain side versus another, you just vote for the lesser of two evils. You know what I'm saying? It's like you as a citizen, you should practice your rights, right? And one of your rights is voting. Somebody was arguing with me about that a little bit online, saying as a Christian you shouldn't vote. And I'm like going, well, you know, what if like I I would like certain policies in place? You know what I mean? What do you do then? You just sit back and just let everybody else like vote and have a say in how policy is made, but you don't? Like you should just like keep yourself from doing that? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And and their argument was this. that if I vote a certain politician in and then they end up doing bad things, then I'm going to be held responsible for that. And I'm like going, first of all, I'm not a psychic, right? I don't know what that person's going to do when they get into office. Like I can't say 100% for sure, right? Like the only thing that you vote on is like, right? If I'm running for office and I say, "Oh, I'm going to fight for employee rights, you know, to make sure that they, have good working conditions and all that stuff." I know that's already pretty much there, but, you know, and I'm going to fight against the corruption of the mob, or something like that. Even though the mob and unions like this, again, the media doesn't talk about that. But anyway, I digress. So I vote that person in because I like those policies, right? And then maybe they say we're gonna, fight to keep your gun rights. We're not gonna take them away ever. So that person gets in there, and you know they end up doing none of that stuff. And they implement stuff that's kind of messing people up and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and all that, and you could say that it ends up hurting people in a sense. Um, how am I responsible for that? Like just because I voted for somebody doesn't mean I'm responsible for their behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like every person is responsible for their own decisions. Now, yes, if somebody is out there saying that spreading hate about a particular group, like the left is doing in regards to Christians, conservatives, MAGA people, they're literally spreading hate. Like they're encouraging people to hate, and they're encouraging people to hurt. So that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? If you vote for somebody like that, then I could say that yes, you are kind of responsible because you have already had the evidence that that person was going to do some pretty bad things. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. But just the average, whatever, Joe Blow politician who's just saying, yeah, I'm going to fight for your rights and all this stuff, you can only go by their word. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you should always take what a politician or somebody running for office, unless you know them personally, you know what I mean? You should always take it as a grain of salt because it was on a weird angle. But to say that you're responsible for what they're doing, I mean, I don't really understand. I did get him in the gut. No, I'm not down. He's gonna go away. Crap. Come on, fall. So to say not to vote because you'll be responsible for the decisions that the politician makes when he's in office. I think that's kind of, I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense to me. What do you think? In some, like I said, in some scenarios, yes, I could say that if you knew that that person was going to do harmful things, then vote for somebody else. You know what I mean? But don't not vote. And don't go by what the media says. I mean, good grief. You can't trust the media at all. So that's a big problem too. A lot of Christians weren't voting because of listening to stuff like that. You should always get out and vote. Whether you're Christian, not Christian, whatever. You know, you guys might be wondering why I talk about God in the Bible because, well, that's because we've ignored it for so long, and look at where we are now. We're on the precipice of, like, worldwide tyranny. I mean, good grief. I mean, you should not be okay with people taking some of your rights away for the common good. I mean, that's not okay. They literally want to make society where you don't own anything. They want you to take public transportation. They don't even want you to own your own cars. You know what I mean? Like, don't get fooled by this whole electric car thing, as if that's like some virtuous thing. First of all, everyone is not going to be able to own an electric car. They're very expensive, and the price is not going to go down. I don't know why people think the price of electric cars are going to go down. They need more special materials than a regular gas engine car. You know what I'm saying? So it certainly isn't going to be cheaper to make them. And let's just say they did kind of make electric cars affordable. The cheaper ones are going to be like garbage. You know what I mean? I mean, just imagine them. I mean, infrastructurally wise, I don't think they're going to be able to maintain it. You know, here in America, because we're a big country and we're a prosperous country, you know, a lot of people have jobs. Um, you know, of course, we have unemployment just like anywhere else, but a lot of people have a job for the most part. I mean, in America, everybody's just used to growing up and having their own car. Now, in the cities, this may not be true. Boy, these guys are just sneaking. I saw the footprints back there. You know, in the cities, they may not use cars as much, especially if you're just living in a city, like full time. But even in a city, I mean, people own their own cars. I mean, you can drive in a city and see cars just parked all up and down the side streets, right? So, even in the city where transportation is a thing, I imagine people with jobs are going to want their own car. You see? So, if they ban gas-powered vehicles, then that's going to shut out, like, I mean, I would say a majority of the population. And we have over 330 million people in this country now. Think about that. Now, I don't know what the ratio of kids versus adults is, but let's just say that, I don't know. Let's just say that 100 million of those people are are under 18. You know, that might be high, but I don't know. I'm just saying as an example. You know, you're 200,000 people, you know, and even if you like cut that 200,000 down into say family groups, you know, let's just say average 3 person per family, right? So you'd have to cut that in thirds. So what's 3 into 20? That's kind of hard. Well, let's just make a guess. Let's just say 100 million. 100 million. Let's just say 80 million vehicles out there, right? 80 million vehicles. Now that might be high. I don't know, but let's just say there's 80 million vehicles out there. Do you really think that infrastructure is going to be able to handle 80 million electric cars? I mean, think about that for a second. Well, that doesn't look good. Oh. What in the world? Whoa, what happened? Hit the rock and... Oh, I got no ammo. Really? I'm out of ammo. Isn't that something? Hmm. That's weird. Guess I'm going to the big gun. I mean, a lot of people have not been thinking about their electric car situation. Now, some people might be thinking, well, you know, if you own your own house and you're within a half hour from work, you know, you charge up your car overnight and then you drive to work, right? You maybe run a few errands and then you come home. Well, that's true. And maybe that might be the majority of that 80 million. Okay? But then what happens if you want to go on vacation or a long trip? I mean, you're going to have to stop every 200 miles to plug in, right? So, or you're going to have to find a place to plug in when you go out. And who's going to pay for that? You know what I mean? You're going to have to pay for that. So, and from what I was hearing from some sources is, you know, if you have electric cars at home, you have to pay for the electricity to charge them. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be free. So some people were saying that if you ran an air conditioner in the summertime, then plugging in your cars to charge them up is going to be like paying another air conditioning bill every month for the whole year, though. You know what I mean? And you know, air conditioners, as some people know, that jacks up your electric bill quite a bit. You know, now some people might be willing to sacrifice that to go electric. That's fine. But what about people who are like, you know, what we would call low income people? How are they going to afford a high electric bill? You know what I mean? and not only afford a high electric bill, let alone the cost of an electric car. Because let's face it, electric cars are a luxury. Not just because they're like new or you know new technology or whatever you want to say, you know, a niche thing. They're never going to really be cheap. You know what I mean? And the subsidies for those electric cars is not going to last forever. And it's not going to stop there with electric cars, right? They're going to force everybody to go solar or to go wind, and that's just going to make everything worse. Like, again, this is what the media does not ever talk about. Like in, California is an example. Now, it may not happen in every area, but they got frequent brownouts, from the grid not being able to handle the amount of usage that people desire to have, with electricity. So what's the solution going to be eventually? Like, they're going to force you to do all this, like, what they call green energy, which isn't really that green. But they're going to start saying, well, you can only use this much power every day or per month. So you're going to have to start rationing how much power you use. So they forced you to go socialist. They forced you to pay higher taxes. They forced you to go electric. They forced you to use solar panels and windmills. But that still isn't going to be enough for them. Right? Because they have to put a stranglehold on you. Right? They have to bridle you. This is what it's all about, and this is what people just don't realize. This is them slowly building a bridle around your mouth. Right? Like a horse. Right? To control you. To force you to do this or to do that. And they want to keep that control. Right? This isn't just a one-time thing where they're going to be like, well, we have to get things to this point in the world and everything will be great. No. Tyranny never stops. It never ends. The teeth only grow sharper. You know what I'm saying? In every tyrannical society, that's how it has been. The noose gets tighter and the teeth grow sharper. But that's not even the issue. The issue is what the Bible says is going to happen. That's why I keep telling you guys, read the Great Controversy, read the Great Controversy, read the Great Controversy. Don't be like, oh, I don't need that junk, or, I'm not religious, or I don't believe in God. Who cares? Just read it anyway. I mean, that's like the worst mentality, in my opinion, where you just like, you close your mind to good information. Just read it. You know what I mean? It's just read the Great Controversy. It's not hard. Like, it's free. You can read it for free online. You know what I mean? So it's not like you have to pay anything. It is long reading, but read it through. Educate yourself, at least. And then after you read it, you make your own decision about what you think. Again, it's your choice in the end. God never forced Adam and Eve. He gave them a choice. Of course, their choice cost them their life. And the world that we live in now. Or created the world that we live in now. I never seen them reset the wings in the air. Usually they reset when they swoop, but he reset up in the air. So just read the book. If not for religious sake, but for historical sake. So you can see that this whole thing has been a plan for hundreds and hundreds of years. I know that's hard for people to grasp, but you have to understand that the papacy was the supreme ruler in Europe. Now everybody says, well, whatever happened in the rest of the world, they didn't have any influence. Well, that's not actually true. Again, you know, again, you have to be willing to listen to people tell you things. Like, I didn't know this just last year, that the papacy, believe it or not, is responsible for the mass production of coffee and cigarettes, or tobacco, I should say, tobacco. Not cigarettes, but tobacco, because they rolled their own cigarettes back then. And I had no idea. So he's responsible for like worldwide addiction. you know, with the whole coffee and cigarette thing. But you wouldn't hear that in school or from the mainstream media. Oop, I hear somebody. Now, I'm not saying that he's responsible for it everywhere in the world, but he's responsible for a very large push in the trade of it. You know what I mean? So, and this is hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So yeah, so don't think that, what happened back then. Oh, I don't have any bullets. I mean, I guess I could use slugs, but that's kind of far away. Let's see. Should have used the 50 caliber. Ah. No, he didn't like that. Ah! Darn it. Ooh. Whoa! Ah! I hit the wrong button to get up. Oh, man. Yeah, because, I'm used to playing the other game, so it's like different controls. Ah. Come on. Alrighty, well, anyway, I can buy ammo, I guess. I mean, you would think that he should be dead. I mean, 2 shots with a 50 caliber really should be putting these guys down. Because, I mean, seriously, if you shoot a T-Rex with a 50 caliber in the leg, What is his chances of being able to walk? I mean, let alone, you know, um, run. But even so, I think I shot him enough where it should have like ripped through a whole bunch of guts. But I mean, I understand that's not how the game works. I'm not complaining. It was my fault. Um, alright, so I have to get a gun. Let's see here. I have how many? I got some of that. Get some slugs. Okay. Get some potions. Alright, so I need what? Um, okay, I have enough room for more ammo, so let me get some more ammo. Oh, what? Oh, I'm getting full. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. Oh, I should have got some camouflage. Crap. All right. How much we got? 80, and we got 120. Not a lot. Yeah, I gotta go get my body. Anyway, back to hunting. Enough talk about that. Just keep yourself informed. You know, don't be afraid to listen to other people. You know, because we're definitely being misled in a lot of areas. Even though some things sound good, you know, we have to look at the underlying motives. You know what I'm saying? Not just the surface, what we see on the surface. All right, so I'm gonna take off my banana suit. I imagine, excuse me, that there'll be hopefully some gear. I gotta get my money back. I know that's probably gonna bring the Rex over here. They gotta roll down, don't they? Probably gonna crash soon. Oh, I don't have a horn. Let me go to the settlement and see. don't crash. See, when I harvest too much and pick stuff up from crates, I don't know, something in the game when you when I do it too many times, it just crashes. Like I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm not sure what would cause that. Hopefully I got some gear here. That doesn't look promising. That's not promising. I need a big crate. Mm. Oh my goodness, really? Two little dinky crates. Well, I got sunglasses. Yee. Oh, I already have sunglasses. Nice, I like these. Hmm. Oh. Somebody's trying to mess with the server character. There a Utah that I just heard? I was kind of paying attention, but all right. So let me shoot. There should be more wrecks coming. You'd think. Well, I have to go over here to get my body anyway. See, this rock usually is good, but the problem is that I don't usually, um, aggro the T-Rex up top here. If you aggro him up here, then he's gonna come like over here and he can get you. I normally like wait until they're walking out here. That's why I should have took the shot at him as soon as I've seen him. Because if you're up here and he's down there, then you're safe. You know what I mean? For the most part. Got stupid Utah here. Now let me grab my guns real quick. And the ammo real fast. Because that's what's going to matter. I don't really need any of this other stuff. I don't like that gun. Oh, it's too much stuff there. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. Great. We have to track this Rex. Okay, good to go, I think. We're gonna rip this guy a new hole. Let me get this box. Although I probably don't really need to worry about it. Let's track this guy. Alright, so that's it. Alright, so this is definitely where he should have been walking away. Because I didn't hit him when he was down here, so. He might have died. I mean, I hit him with the 50 caliber, so it's possible. Although I thought I'd heard him a little while ago. Yep, there he is. Alright, good. Fleeing, huh? Sorry, you don't get to flee. There he is. Really? I was gonna say. Jeez. I definitely should have killed him. Even though I wasn't on point. That still ripped through his lungs and everything else. That much I know. Yep. I did get a heart shot though. That was probably from the first round of shooting. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going here. I don't know how much time I got. I've been playing for 1 hour, 8 minutes, so. Alrighty. Surprised there isn't more here. Where's the other guy at? He's way down here, so. Huh. We're the only two here. So these red ones can either help you or hurt you. Ooh, what do we got here? Fairly big one. $6,063. Okay, so when you see two here like this, that means, wow. Probably turned around, maybe. Let's see. Looks that way. Won't know until we go a little further if it just went in a circle. I think I just heard something. Okay, I lost it. I lost the track. But I thought I just heard something over here. So the one thing about this game is that the weather systems seem like they do move across the map. Because it was started raining over in Utah Valley first. And now it's raining here. Yep. Gotta get over here to the rock. Now if I knew exactly where it was before, I would have... It's kind of hard to hear. Like I think he's over here somewhere. He's not far. I'm not sure I can make it to the slope. You know, I never really ever used this rock. Huh. Try this rock out. I probably didn't because it probably isn't a good rock. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? A bird? See if we can. Oh, there he is. There, got him. Got his attention. Oh, right in the head. Kind of hard to see. As long as he goes below me, I'm good. Look at that, right behind a tree. I don't think he knows where I am. Don't go up top, whatever you do. Boy. Okay, now that definitely should have killed him. For sure. I mean, he should be bleeding a lot. Yeah, well, that definitely should have taken him out instantly. Yep. Bye bye, birdie. Yeah, that rock's a little iffy. I mean, it worked that time, but I don't know. I guess that one's good to shoot from a distance. I wouldn't use it like unless they're like below you. I guess it would work then, but that would not be a good one to use if you're luring them from the top. The only reason he probably didn't bite me just then is because he was seriously hurt. And I have on a noble gear, so that makes it a little harder to, for them to distinguish you between in the environment, between you and the environment. Distinguish between you and the environment. Ooh, got another one, huh? I'm walking right into him today. Got to be a little more cautious though here. Oh man, ugh, aching. I was very uncomfortable sleeping last night. It's hot up here. Whew. I need to turn on the other air conditioner thing. These computers, man, you know, I'm not going to be cold in the winter, that's for sure. Computers in and of themselves are heaters these days. Then you got the monitors and the TVs, you know, they're giving off heat. It's pretty crazy. Okay, I lost the track. Oh, I hear him. I believe he's in that direction somewhere. Or that might be a different one. Let's see here. No, it's probably the same one. Yep, there's two. There's two. There's one over there and one over here. At least I think it's two. I just have to get to it. Yep, there's one over here. Yeah, there's definitely two. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with this one first. There, I think he's... I can't see him yet. I don't have a visual yet, but he's like right there. He's not far. Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him now. That's one. Now I don't know if that might be the that might be the special. The rare. Man, I need someplace to take cover. That one looks different. So I got no cover here, that's the problem. Let me get my APR out. Oh, I forgot the scope. No. Oh, I thought I put a scope in there. Man, I gotta find cover. There's no cover here. It's a really bad spot. Okay, I know where I am now. Wow, I thought I was somewhere else. Wow. There should be a rock here somewhere. Oh boy. There should be rocks on this hill somewhere. I have to lure it down below me. Well, now that I know. exactly where I can go here. I gotta lure it down. You have to lure it down here. Then jump up on the rock. I don't have my scope. Jeez. Come on. Oh dee da dee da. Hurry up. That's it. Oh, that's the uncommon. That's the uncommon. I thought it looked different. Hey there, pretty boy. Unless that's the uncommon female. They're usually males, but I think there is an uncommon female, too. I gotta look at the achievements. I hear another Rex. Oh. Yep, there's the other one. Oh, crap. He's coming from the top. Not good. Where's my scope? Man. Well, I guess it's time for the 50 caliber, because I don't have a scope. Nope. Sorry, I'm gonna mess up this. No, he should die. He should definitely die. Wish I could take a screenshot. That's gotta be it for him. He's gonna die. Oh, the one still didn't die, huh? Really? Okay, that one's probably gonna die. It should die. Should be dead already. Okay, that one's gone. That one up top is gonna run probably. I gotta see if it's a female or not. Should be dead. Brothers of Destruction. Good morning. This one's gotta run away. Come on. Really? Wow, that's ridiculous. There's no way that he should. This one should still be alive. That just might be a female. Yeah, this one must have like iron skin. Yo! Come on, stop. Finally, goodness. Let's see, is it a male? They're usually males, but again, this one looks a little bit different. A little bit different. I wish I could take a screenshot. I'll see if I can take a clip maybe from the video. Oop, let me get on top. Yeah, I can't really get a good picture. Oh, let me harvest it and see what happens. Like, let's see if it's a female. Nope, it's a male. Only 5561. That looks pretty big though. Definitely doesn't look that small. Pretty tough. Jeez. 10 shots, all with 50 caliber and a 700, so go figure. Alright, so I wonder if that was the two that I heard earlier. Probably. Well, I know the one was, but see, I thought I was over there for some reason at first. I don't know why I thought that. Alright, here's a birdie coming down on me again. Sorry, Trikey. I need the money. Oh no! No. That was an accident. Nice planet rise. Come on, bird. How long have I been on? 1 hour and 33 minutes, so I probably only got like 10 minutes left. Oh no, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I'll leave the server running after I get off, so you guys are welcome to get on the server. I killed 5 T-Rex. So, I mean, the server is not going to be empty. think somebody said there's like 20 T-Rex on the server. I never officially took a count because, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard to like do a count. I mean, there's times where I have literally spent 6 hours in this game. I mean, and only had like, I think the most T-Rex I killed in one session is like, I think 14. I should have highlighted a video. What they should have had, how they should have set up the game was, and it would be awesome if I mean, I wish they would allow us to mod this game. I mean, it's kind of very weird that they don't do that. But again, I think it had to do with licensing and stuff. I don't think that they did, well, obviously they didn't own all the aspects to this game because it says, you know, copyright and licensing right in the beginning with certain things. But again, like how they should have had it though originally was they should have had it so that like after say, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, or even just an hour, you know, after like an hour or two, like it respawns dinosaurs. Like in other words, it should have had like a count, right? Like if there's supposed to be 20 T-Rex on the server, people are killing T-Rex. Now there's only like say 10 on the server. Then like what it should do is just respawn, right, the dinosaurs. To always keep up that 20 number. You know what I mean? So like in other words, like if it gets down to like say 15 like 14 T-Rex left, then it should just spawn 5 back in. You know what I mean? Now, the only problem that I can foresee with that is like if it spawns like 5 T-Rex like right next to each other. You know what I mean? But it should have just been like they should have just coded it so that it respawns T-Rex in like less populated areas. You know, like let's say this whole like slope and valley area right here where I am, I killed all the trike and killed all the Rex right here. Like it should just like pop in like one here and then find another area where there's like, you know, not much. What's this now? Do I get anything cool for going to location of my map chip? Map chip. Let's see if we can find one more T-Rex. Yeah, I need to find a, what do you call it? A scope. A scope-de-dope. Make some noise here. So what did I do? I kinda... Where did I start? I think I started over here, didn't I? I don't remember now. Now he's over here. Oh wow, he's way out there. Oh, he's over at Site C. I think I heard something. More rain, huh? What do we have here? Trike. Or trike. Why are they walking away? Really? Come on now. Keep thinking I'm hearing something. But it could be the rain. I don't want to get too far away from the slope though. I only got a few more minutes. Pretty quiet over here. Somebody was shooting something over here. Hmm. Might have been an old. Hmm. Probably ran away. I don't have time to look for it. Oh yeah, that's right. I spawned over here by the settlement originally. Now I remember. Or actually, no, I spawned over by the... I spawned over here. Yeah, okay. Now it's coming back to me. Yeah, I spawned here, went up here, up to the settlement. So I made a full loop, basically. See if there's anything over here. Just hear a trike, that's it. Hawk? Yeah, I'm about to get off. I've been on for, I don't know, an hour and 48 minutes. Yeah, I have to go take the kids to school. I mean, I'm leaving the server running, if you want to play with anyone else. Yeah. Alright. Make sure you guys are ready to go. The dishes in the dishwasher are dirty. Just in case he didn't hear me, or he can't hear me. Yeah, I don't see anything. Let me check these boxes, see if there's a scope in here. Man, just in time for morning. I gotta get off. Bummer, dude. Oh, somebody was here. Hmm, that's interesting. Oh no. Wait, what's going on here? The box here. Ooh. What is this? Oh, junk. Maybe I should put some stuff here for him, huh? Let me give him... I don't have a handgun. Crap. So I'll give him that. Give him one of these. Give him that. I'll give him... Oh, hey. Give him some of that. Oh, it's over. Too full. think he's still on. All right, everybody. I guess I'm gonna call it a day. I gotta get rolling. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to like, sub, share, and support the channel if you can. You know, $1 here, $1 there. You know, adds up. Um, Somebody's down there. What a nice day. Nice morning. Look at this. Anyway, the dream. Oh, he's coming back. Okay, good. That's perfect. Okay, everybody. Um, Peace. Have a great day. Bye. I have to let it run for a few seconds longer because YouTube was cutting off my video. They would cut off the whole end where I was saying goodbye. So I don't know why. So now I just let it run for a little bit longer. So if you see me just sitting here, or if I just get up and then leave it running, that's why I'm doing that.